Yeah, okay. All right. Now we are recording and the Revit also opening. So today we'll see how to model steel building. Okay. Let this open. Okay. So now Revit is open now. Actually, I have checked the video quality. It was poor, like 720 pixel. And now I have improved the video quality now. So it will be recording it in a better quality. Okay. 1080p. Okay. It should work. Okay. Let's go to the recent project. Go to file, open concrete structure. Okay, so yesterday we have seen till here, right? So now I'm going to show you in case of a steel building, what to model and how to model. We are going to see how to model. Okay, so in the same structure, let us consider that we have a basement, two basement, and from ground floor we have a steel structure, because anyways steel will not be built below ground because there will be corrosion effect, so it will be built above ground only. Now let us consider that we have basements, and from basement we have steel structure. Okay, let's go to foundation. Okay, so in case if we have the basement all around, then it will look like this. Let's go to view, 3D view. Okay, from foundation to level 1. We have to specify span direction. Okay, and then finish. Okay, so usually, so this will be the retaining wall, and we have podium slab. Okay, actually the podium will supposed to extend, but I'm showing it till here. And then there will be ground, right? So in case of ground, let's go to level. Okay, let us consider that okay, so Okay, let us not get confused. Okay. All right. Okay, let us say this is our ground. And okay, now I'm going to show you uh, how to model steel column, steel beams, and bracings, and how to draw the truss. Okay, so in steel, this is what we have, and we don't have anything special. Okay, everything is simple. Uh, okay, so learning steel structure is very easy. If we go to level 0, let's say this is our ground level, and I have modeled everything in uh, concrete. I can easily change it to a steel structure. Okay, so before we go for changing the columns and beams to steel structure, I'm going to show you how to place a column, how to place a beam. This is similar to a concrete column and concrete beams. Okay, so if I take a column, for concrete and steel, we are going to use the same tool. Select the column, and we have to select our steel column. Okay, in case if you don't find the size, then you have to load the family, go for structural columns. Here select steel. Okay, so now we are inside US. Actually the India folder doesn't have all the folder, all the library element, so that is why I'm using US. Usually we will follow the standard US library. Okay, and we have AISE standard elements, and we have 14.1 also, 15.0 also we have. Okay, there is some code. Okay, so otherwise you can use uh, whichever the elements are outside. Okay, so when you are loading any element, let's say I'm going to load a universal column. If I open, I will see the catalog first. I can choose the size from the list, and then I can say okay. So you can also choose multiple size and then say okay. Now you can select the size from the list, and then you can place the column. You can use at grid also. In case of a slanted column, you can select a slanted. Okay, so for now I'm going to model a vertical column, a straight column. So I can also place the column at the architecture column location or at the grids. Okay, so same like a concrete column, just to click to place. Okay, so in case if you modeled columns in concrete, if you want to change, select the column and change its type. Easy, just to select and change. So in case if you want to select everything, go for filter, check none, structural columns only. Okay, and you can see I have selected only the columns and change its type. Okay, select and change the type. So to change the beams, select all the beams and change the size. Go for structure framing and say okay and change size. Okay, so columns and beams are modeled. Now we have to work with the slab. Okay, so slab usually it will be deck slab. So we have only one type. If I go to edit type, if I go to edit, we can see the preview here. So we have the deck profile and concrete. So you can also change the deck metal property. Okay, so actually here the profile you can change. If you want to load a different profile, you have to prepare the family, then you have to select, you have to load, then you can select from this list, and bound layer above standalone deck. So we can choose deck usage, and then above you have to mention the thickness. So mostly it will be 100 or 150. Then say okay. Okay. Okay, so now we have the deck slab. But the deck slab, how it will be modeled? Usually deck slab will be on the top, and we have to support the beam at the bottom of your deck slab, right? So initially what you do, delete all the deck slab. Okay, and go to level 1. Okay, so here select, go to edit boundary, and we should give some offset, kind of 10 mm we have to give from the column. Okay, so go for fine mode. So you have to draw the outer line first. So we have to leave opening. So as it is similar size, I'm going to copy the rectangle. Then I can draw. I can also just okay. I can also just trim. Okay. So this I can delete. Trim again. Okay, finish. So there's some problem. We got an error. Span direction we have to specify. Select span direction and select any one direction and give escape. Go to view, 3D view, and you can see these two are clashing now. So to bring this beam below the slab, you can select a reference. Okay, you can change the reference. For now it is showing the columns. So if you want to bring this down, we have to see the thickness. Thickness is 160. Go okay, so thickness is 100. Okay, then we can select all the select all instances visible in view, all the beams, select all the beams, and give z offset. You can give z offset also, or better give start and end offset. Okay, oh, it should be minus. So now if you take a section, it will show clearly. Okay, so now you should know what is start and what is end. So in case of a beam, so any one end is start, another end is finish, start and finish, and we have the level. So this level is from the associated level. So for example, for this beam, associated level is level 1. So from the level 1 plane we have 100 mm lower. Okay, so in case if I take a section, let's go to level 1. In case if I take a section here, let's go to view, and here you can see, so this is our beam. Okay, so this is our beam TL. Okay, this is our beam. Okay, so from the level, now it is 100 mm down. Select, and here you can see, in case if I keep this to 0, then it will start from the level. We have another option to lower the beam down. We have Z offset value. If I give -100, then again the beam will come to bottom, but the analytical node will stay in the same place. So that's the only difference. So it's better if you're giving start and end offset as 100 -100. So then the analytical node also will come to the bottom of slab. Okay, so that's the only difference. All right, now what we have, so we have our slab also. In case if the thickness is changing, or in case if we have a different uh, span direction, in case if you want to discontinue discontinue the slab for expansion joint, then you have to draw separate slab. Okay, so now for now I'm showing it as a single pour. So if you want to show with a different thickness, or if you want to give some gap between deck slab, then you can model it as a different element. You have to draw multiple slab. Okay, bay you have to do it. Okay, that's it. Now what else we need? We have to copy paste. We have to learn how to copy paste. So I'm selecting everything, all the columns and beams. I can also select the slab. Let's copy to clipboard and align to selected level. Select level 1. Oh, it got pasted in the same level. Okay, so it's already in the level 1. So select everything. Okay, so let's create another level. Select, copy the level. Now we have level 3. Go here, select everything, filter, select only column. Okay, select only column and beams, column, beam and floor, column and framing. Okay, now I can copy, align to selected level, select level 3. Okay, now this is fine. Select all the column, check the start level and end level. Okay, so if you want to copy the staircase, you can copy. Just copy and align to selected level, level 3. Actually we have to, yes, just copy, align to selected level, level 1. Okay, if you want to change the floor type, you can change. Okay, then you need a support. If you need a support, you can extend the beam. You have to draw a separate beam. Okay, so in steel structure we have lots of detail for connecting the column and beams. We have to use end plate, bolt, and in case of welding we have to do there is a lot of connection detail. So this is actually a general arrangement, we can say, just a framing plan. This is actually a framing plan. It will not include any connections. Okay, if you want to model connections, you have to use the connections tool. So we will learn them in another video, or in another class we will learn. Okay, so now what we have to learn, we have to learn how to do bracing, right? All right, let's say we have a bracing, vertical bracing. So bracing, we have two type, one is horizontal and another one is vertical. Okay, let's go to level 1, and in case if I have bracing in grid A, then I have to go to view, take elevation at grid. There is an option, okay, framing elevation, and select the grid. You can switch the direction, okay, and then click to place the elevation, select, right click, go to elevation view. So this is our framing elevation. Okay, I will show you again. Let's go to level 1. We are going to create framing elevation. Okay, go for view, elevation, framing elevation, and then just select this grid. If you move the cursor up and down, you can switch the direction, then click to create the elevation, select, right click, and go to elevation view. Okay, so you can extend the crop. I'm going to apply scope box for the grids. Okay, so this is my structure. In case if I have to apply bracing, if I have to draw bracing, then I can directly go to structure. I can take a brace. Okay, I can also take a beam, but it's better to take a bracing because it's a vertical bracing, and we have to load family, right? And we have to go for structural framing. Go for structural framing, steel, and then select any bracing. So mostly it is tube or a rectangular section, so you can use any one. Actually, usually the bracing will be small in size, so I'm going to take 100 by 100. Let's say okay. Now I'm going to draw the bracing. So you can draw the bracing from end to end. Without a connection it will look odd sometime, but you can adjust the location where you want to connect. Okay, so I'm going to connect from here. I can also connect to the middle or to the end. Okay, so this is my choice where I want to connect, from here to here. Okay, so that's all. If I go to view, 3D view, then you can see the bracing. See here. Wonderful. In case if the node is not pointed correctly, then you have to adjust them. You can also do the bracing in 3D view. Okay, so in case if you want to do it in 3D view, you get the clear view first, and then go for structure, bracing, and then point to point we have to do. No, I just did double H. Press double H to temporarily hide any selection. Okay, I'm going for 3D snapping, and I have to select the node. So this is highlighting the node. Okay, so from node point to the beam end. Okay, so I have to get the node. Okay, so end to end. That's it. If you want to bring the end here, you can bring. Okay, so this is for general arrangement. You don't have to worry about how much gap you have. Okay, in case if you want to connect without any gap, you can extend it till here, then select the member, and you have option. There is an option. Okay, so notch, there is an option called notch, apply notch. Okay, select and select. There is some problem. Medium detail level, notching applied, but only in medium detail level. Say okay. Select and select, and you can see there is a notch. We go to medium detail level, you can see better. Okay, so this is how you can apply notch. If you want to change the gap, you can change the gap. Let's go to apply notch. So the notch gap where we can change. If you go to connection settings, it should be in the connection settings or structural settings. Okay, so there should be notch gap load scale, symbolic representation. I think it's not here. Okay, notching kicker, symbol, notch column, bracing, symbol, setback, parallel. Okay, notch is not here. Okay, I will show you later. Okay, so we can modify this gap also. Yes, modify in structural framing. Yes. Okay, so whenever you select any element, you will see the modify option. If you select, if you select floor, you will get the modify floor pop-up. Yes, it's a pop-up. So it's like a contextual menu. Contextual means related options. Okay. Okay, so now we know how to draw the columns, beams. It is similar to a concrete structure. Okay, and then how to draw the bracing. In case of horizontal bracing, you have to go to level 1. So let's say I have a bracing to connect beams, then I can go for bracing. Okay, anyway, this is a horizontal bracing. End level, level 1, start level, level 0. So actually you can draw the beam itself for bracing. You have to mention that it's a brace. I'm taking the bracing. I'm taking the beam tool. Okay, so I'm going to structure. I'm taking the beam tool. The structural usage. Change this to plan bracing. Okay, and then draw your bracing. Okay, so usually it is on the end to end, right? From here to here. Okay, so that's how you can draw. You can show the bracing, and when you are making the drawing, you have to keep it in the coarse mode. Okay, so usually structural steel drawing will be shown in a single line diagram. So this is how the representation will be. So you have to keep it in coarse mode. Okay, so this is a horizontal bracing, and we have our vertical bracing here. So this is our vertical bracing where we drawn. Let's go to 3D view, and this is my vertical bracing. Go to level 1 and see where is this located. Oh, it is here. So this is here. Keep this in course. So bracing is not visible. Let's go to structural framing. So we have all the lines. So this is our vertical bracing. Okay. So we have the notching distance also here. You can see this is our notching distance. If you change, it will change the notching distance. Okay, so that's all about structural framing. Okay, so we have to show, I have to tell you how to use the truss. Truss actually an system family. Okay, but you can load from library. Sorry, so whatever you load from library, it's a library element. Okay, so if you go to level 1, I can take truss, and you can see there is no truss loaded. Let's load. Okay, so go here. You will find structural trusses. Okay, so here we have different type of truss. Okay, you can also create your own profile. So for an example, I'm going to show. Okay, so if I take this truss, the end to end we have to draw. Just start and end. If I go to 3D, you can see a set of vertical and horizontal beams. So once you create this truss, you can remove the frame. You can remove truss family. Okay, now every beams are individual. Okay, so you can customize them. You can't make it again as a single unit. You can't put back the truss again. Okay, you have to do undo only. Okay, once you remove truss, then it's gone. Okay, so before you delete your truss, you can extend, you can change the profile, the bottom profile, top profile, everything you can change. Or to what? We can change the number of bars also, yes. Okay, so you can check the instance property and type property. Okay, so then you will understand better. Okay, you can see the preview, vertical web, diagonal webs, and bottom chord. Okay, just to do trial and error. So we'll see about truss in another class. Okay, so that's all about today. If you're having any doubt, please let me know. Any doubts?